15 years after the dreadful war that tore Sierra Leone apart, the term blood diamonds have stuck for long on the lips of many. The scars left might linger on for as long as human lips exist. Suffered deeply under the civil war caused by RUF rebels were inhumane atrocities and an unending nightmare among the natives of Sierra Leone. The people of Sierra Leone have gone past their nightmare and are fully awake to the charm of tourism in Sierra Leone. The Sierra Leone Civil War 1991 to 2002 began on 23 March 1991 when the Revolutionary United Front RUF, with support from the Special Forces of Charles Taylor's National Patriotic Front of Liberia NPFL, intervened in an attempt to overthrow the Joseph Momoh government.
After the Civil War, Sierra Leone was badly hit to a point that we have to start all over. When we took power in 2007, our economy was the fastest growing in the world. We are the best place to do business. Then Ebola struck.
Over the years, a few things have been really to our disadvantage. One of such is the rebel war. You know, we had a 10 years civil war, and it affected us a lot. It destroyed our infrastructure, and a lot more. And the second thing is that of the Ebola outbreak. Basically, when the Ebola outbreak came, we were just like on a good footing. We were like the, one of the fastest growing economies, of course, in Africa and across the world. There was a boom in a lot of areas. But then all of a sudden, when the Ebola came, all that crashed down, and we started from what we could refer to as ground zero.
Well, I spent a lot of my time before the war in England studying, but I recall from my childhood that it was, as it is now really, it's a place that we sit here sometimes and we complain, but we can never leave. It's home, it's a beautiful country as you can see, and it's very hard to leave your home, And obviously, in the last 10 years, we've seen a lot of development, a lot of changes, a lot of development in infrastructure and all the rest of it. And I think we're heading in the right direction now. I absolutely think so. The war had a devastating effect, and it set us back many years. But in the last 10 or so years, we've really moved forward a lot. And I can see further development in the future.
Straying from the blood diamond image, tourism is an industry that has become the shining light and a pillar, building a new confidence in the minds of citizens and foreigners willing to explore the hidden wealth in Sierra Leone.
Tourism is now only, getting back to its feet. And we have a young minister. One of the great things that our president did to make sure that he put someone that is vibrant, someone, who knows what he's doing and is very convincing in his job. One of the bright young minds that we have in the person of Honorable CDI Tunis.
We have great potential, just as we do in all other areas. Entertainment, like you said, is huge. It is a very good engine for promoting tourism in any nation. As you know, when you have big stars, they sell your country. By them going out and performing, people get to know about your country. People always have the urge to come to your country. Like in Nigeria, the P-Squires, the Two Faces, they are selling their brand of their own. And that is that level that we want to get to have artists that are brands, that are known all over the world. When you hear their name, they are from Sierra Leone, and that attracts the attention to people. Our country is a beautiful country with beautiful people with very good talents.
Nigerian artists have stated a huge case for themselves, garnering a considerable followership and proving the leader of contemporary pop music.
More international we're becoming, and how Nigerians in particular have really dominated the scene, more than 5 years. There was a time where it was very much Francophone focused, but now we're going into a space where Nigerian and Ghanaians are really setting the stage of cross-cultural and sharing their music that everyone wants to dance to.
For me, we've always seen Nigerians as people who like us in the first place. And because of that, there is a chemistry. So there are a lot of things we expect people not to think too much in the business perspective, because if you do it, we will never go anywhere. And someone has to help someone. Some of these artists who are big now, who've blown all over the place, they are flying all over. Someone picked them up from the streets. Someone picked them up from the gutter. Someone did something for them. They didn't have the money. Okay, and I don't have to be Nigerian for you to feel like you're helping me. You know, like I'm a Nigerian, so that's no. But we need help. But now look at it this way. You have the Niger meets Ghana, for example, and they have all these things. Ghana meet Niger, and Niger meets Ghana. You know, they do all these things. It's between them. They are two giants. We consider them as nations who've gone ahead. And now Nigerian artists will do collabo. People like Diamond in Tanzania, they will do collabo with Fally Ipupa. They will do collabo. All these people, you know, and it's between them, and they are doing it happily. You understand? But let me tell you, how about our own guys here? People that your brothers have come here and died for. All it takes is a little push. That's what we are saying. That is my that is actually my challenge. That's my plea. That you can't, there's no harm. Sometimes some of these guys like just saying something. They came here, Whiskey has been here. We pay like 50K to have him come here. Okay, we paid Whiskey $50,000. And Techno was also here not quite long ago. And I'm quite sure, if my memory serves me right, that he was also paid a lot of money. Okay? And that has even got dissent amongst the Sierra Leonean artists and the promoters. Okay? Because they're saying if you can spend 50,000 on someone and in another economy that would not have any impact here, that money is paid in Nigeria and it doesn't come here at all. You understand? The artist comes here, he sleeps in a hotel, he doesn't feed himself, nothing. He just gets down the plane. There is no expenditure from his side. Except he wants to buy groundnut, that's his business.
On the global scene, the narrative is a Herculean one. But one thing Salonians have going for them is the undying enthusiasm and talent.
If our industry has grown, if our industry is that big, then that's fine. But it's not. When we get to that point, when we would have promoted our own guys, our own artists, when we would have promoted all these, you know, big artists, and then they are blowing all over the place, then you can afford to pay anything. But now we don't have it. So we look for people who can listen to us. I made a barely 10-minute presentation to Mr. Ayo of HipTv, and had this fame, the boss. And I told him, look, we are a poor nation. We are not exposed. They don't even play our songs on HipTv. Are they the worst songs that they've ever made? Are they the worst videos that you've never played any? All these artists struggling, you can actually, because we look at the videos, some of them are not good at all. Their songs are not even nice. They are not. They play hundreds of videos a day. You understand? And how many of them have gone, you know, international that people actually dance? Not all of them, but they promote it because they meet the right people. That's why I was happy. Someone took me to a man like Mr. Ayo and said, let's talk. And I invited him to come to Sierra Leone. Thank God he came. He saw raw talents. These guys have not gone anywhere. Some of my artists, let me tell you, I won't even be shy to say, they've not even sat in an airplane. Okay? They've not. So it means they are just new, but they need help.
We have potential to be one of the richest, because I know you guys have been hearing about our diamonds all the time, because each time I'm out of Sierra Leone, I get questions like, where is your diamond and things like that, and blah, blah, blah. So if we have enough diamonds, I think we just need proper advertisements and on the people. Price control has to be put in place. Because everyone just go ahead and do what they want.
You're not comparing Sierra Leone music to Nigeria, but the good thing with Nigeria, I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think corporate investment came in, venture capitalists came in, private people with money came in. You understand? You see a group with a potential, spend money of them to do good videos, good songs, and the rest is history. Look at P Square. They will tell you how they started. Look at the other guys who are making hits now. So I think the issue with Sierra Leone is the investment. It's the investment. Our economy is pretty small, but we have a lot of talents. And some of us have tried. There are a few people who have tried to invest money into growing this industry. But it's probably because they were not plugged with the right people. You understand? That's what the industry here is suffering. But there's mad talent here. There's mad talent for you to compete. Because I mean, Nigeria is the foundation right now. For you to compete with the Nigerian industry, with the Nigerian artists, it's very unfair. You understand? You look at the quality of videos that comes from Nigeria, the quality of music that comes from Nigeria, it's unheard of. I'm actually plugged in the entertainment industry. In the US, here in the Caribbean, I have close friends in Nigeria, like the Okoye family. They are my friends. We're not just business, we're like family now. We've known each other for too long. So I see how expensive it is. When I talk to Jude, when he tells me how much their video cost, when he tells me how much their production of their city costs, you cannot compare that to the rest of Africa. You understand? I can tell you, in Nigeria, you can correct me if wrong, the cheapest you can get to do a good song in Nigeria is about $1,000 to do a good song. You understand? And then to do a good video in Nigeria is at least about $10,000. Tell me, how many kids or how many artists in Sierra Leone, Guinea, Liberia, the rest of Africa, how many kids can afford such?
The prospects of Sierra Leonean music is undoubtedly huge, but stumbling blocks have been highlighted by Salonians.
Now, if you ask me about the challenges where Sierra Leonean artists that they face in terms of music, come on, a lot actually. One aspect I could look at is, you know, so many artists that will get not go to musical school. You know what I mean? So you find out some, the way they compose the music then, you know, it's a lot of problem there. Because some not even know how to use the instruments, you know, in terms of composure of the music. Because music, you get to know how to put the pen to the paper, right? You get to do the rhymes and other skills. You know what I mean? So like basically you find out certain artists, for the fact that they not go to musical school, they find them very difficult. Secondly, when you talk about the studios that we have here, you know what I mean? Sierra Leone, we did try though, all right? I know the cry now, these are my brothers. Because if I can tell you outrightly, me and an entertainer, an actor, all right? I'm into it, I do movies and all that. So basically, if I can talk about this, you know, entertainment, we did try, but there are so many things you need to put in place, okay? Like I mentioned about the studios. We need to get standard studios, engineers who are very good, you know, in doing classic beats for this artist, you know, and that's one thing I'm going to advise them. The engineers, when you know this person in song not well composed, trust me, brother, forget the money, all right? It's going to produce something better for the people, all right? This is what is happening at some places, you know? Let me get that kind of sound. When you know, say this is very good, I'm going to take you to the studio. Then when you do the right thing, release the song. Then if it's not good, brother, tell the artist to go and do something better. You know, that will really push our music to the higher height. As you guys are here, we're not trying to look for the better, right? So exactly if you're here to do that, then those are some of the things that they're facing in the industry. I'm not an artist, but being an actor, I strongly believe I know exactly what these guys are facing. Because I roll with them, you know, I have so many friends who are artists. You know, we talk, we do chats, you know, they tell me exactly what their problem is, you know. So basically, those are the things. You know, there are more actually. Let's say, even those, the one with the launch, you know, they can find them very difficult because this stadium team, people don't need to tell the stadium. That's not hall, this standard hall. We're talking auditorium, we're calling it. All right? You gotta get a standard auditorium where you never take the people. When you go, you gotta get your money worth. You know what I mean? It's not all the time stadium. The stadium is too far from the stage. We don't enjoy luncheons here. You know, we need this. We need the artists very close to us. You know, when we bring them, when we have that kind of auditorium, trust me, enjoy luncheons and all that. They themselves will enjoy the songs they did if they have a very good beat and a very good engineer who will produce their songs. You know, so that's what it is.
Now, this is my contention. I know we are all businessmen, but if you look at your fellow man, like if you look at an artist, he is trying to grow up, he is kind of struggling, you know, and he has good songs, and you want to encourage them. Trust me, an hour of your studio time will not kill you. It will never kill you. It will never. But if you ask me to pay you $10,000 so that you can add your voice to my song, and I will never get $10,000 from the album sales. And even to get you to shoot the video is another war altogether because you are too busy. You can, then what's the point? So you see, these are all issues that will make the collab very difficult. But let me tell you what happens. I know if they take interest in our country, like the military did back then. When we had war, Nigerian soldiers died here. Hundreds of them. They died here. They had to be flown back home. And we were like blood brothers because we see these people. When you see ECOMOG soldiers, the Nigerians, we embrace them.
It's a wrap on this episode of Feature Story. Don't miss the next exciting and enlightening episode of Feature Story here on HipTv.